the shows next week. So we've seen this pattern all the time, where like every like month or so, Dynamite and NXT have mega.
Oh yeah. I forgot
shows. So next week is the Crossroads episode. It's Dynamite Crossroads is what it's called. I'm just going to call NXT Crossroads as well because we're getting two heavy hitting cards. So there's only two matches confirmed from NXT right now.
Is it the Dynamite to go home show for the Revolution too?
It's also the go home for Revolution too. But let's start with NXT because I think that's
Okay.
We'll start with NXT because there's only two matches confirmed for this, whereas the Crossroads show has like 7 matches confirmed. So NXT next week, we're seeing the Dusty Rhodes winners challenge for the tag team titles. So MSK will challenge Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, and then Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai will challenge Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. So that's what NXT's programming is next week to counter Crossroads, which I think those are pretty strong matches, right?
Well, yeah, and we'll probably see North American title match. Probably, I expect John Gargano to have a match.
Since he lost to Loomis this week, he might defend the title next week, and they might do it just to give another heavy hitting episode.
What else?
Every time like one company does, we're doing a special episode of our Wednesday show. The other company's like, well, we're also doing the same thing, but
Adam
we're
Cole
not
versus Roderick Strong, maybe.
Maybe he
kicked Roderick in the face already.
He did, but we only have. Well, I'm just saying. I just want to go with the matches that are confirmed. Okay. So we have MSK this week got that segment where they did like this is where we put
handicap though. Somebody got was it Wesley that got hurt? They say Wesley got hurt. Kayfabe hurt. His hand.
Yeah,
or something?
So I just want to back up a little bit. What they did. They did a nice video package of like them growing up and stuff. With like I don't remember. I think it was Nash Carter. Right? Carter.
Carter, his father.
Said it was his father.
Yeah.
He has a tattoo for his father because his father wanted to become a wrestler or whatever. So that was a nice, little heart-wrenching thing. And then grizzled young veterans took out MSK.
Yeah. I think they did a kayfabe hurt on Wesley.
I think they did, yeah. So they're going in hobbled next week for Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. And I kind of like the fact that grizzled young villains got in. I think MSK is a little too soon.
No, that fits with it. That makes perfect sense.
Well, what I'm saying is I think it's a little too soon for MSK to be at the top of the card.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
so having like the grizzled young veterans like handicap them,
gives them makes sense.
Overcome at a later time.
It gives them it gives MSK an out because they can always say he was hurt, he wasn't at his full power.
Right. So that's what I was saying. Like now they can lose and still overcome this later and not like lose any momentum for it.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially if grizzled young veterans get involved next week, right?
I think they will. I have a feeling they will, because they're not going to. They're going to go. They probably cause something to go down, and then because they'll get. Well, we want Oney Lorcan Burch. They might go toward a triple threat. I can see a triple threat.
I can see that's where they're going, and
that's
then
a way for
that point, that's when you put
MSK to get the belts without technically pinning Oney Lorcan or something like that. Oney Lorcan can lose the belts.
My thought was it gives them more to overcome and more to earn. I don't think they've earned it yet as characters. Not so again, the wrestlers.
I love the wrestling part. But I don't know them as characters yet. I agree with you.
Right. So I always bring this up on our shows often. Like what does the character deserve? And right now the characters of MSK have won 3 matches.
Yeah.
That's
fantastic.
Yes, they won the Dusty Cup.
But we don't know them as characters. Yeah, we don't know them as. I don't know them as characters. I don't know. I can get that probably Wesley is. Carter's probably more serious of the two, and everything.
Right.
But
I'm just doing case.
This is from. This is from what I've seen. Right now. I've seen from their promos. I've seen from their. From what I saw when they did the. The Raquel Gonzalez. When they had the women's had their promo, they were in the corner with the popcorn. From what I gathered, just observing them. I think Wes is more of like the Joker guy. He's like the guy he's like free spirit guy, and Carter's more of a serious kind of golf.
So I don't know. When I say character in this case, I don't mean like what they do, like their gimmicks or anything like that.
Not their gimmicks. I'm
like
talking about
where they are in good storytelling.
Storytelling.
Good storytelling means that they haven't earned it to be able to get the titles yet. They need to overcome more adversity. They're the faces. They're the baby faces. They haven't overcome enough adversity yet for them to earn the top spot as characters. So that's the distinction I want to make, because wrestling is not a sport, right? It is a soap opera, essentially.
No, but I feel it. But no, I know.
And I always approach this from like a perspective as a writer, because I'm a struggling writer myself.
No, that's the way it should. No, that's the way it should be. You should be looking at it as a point of,
but that's how
as the character earns to be champions. Have they won the fans' respect to be champions yet? And they haven't done it yet. And they're working towards it.
And that's not to say that they wouldn't be fine champions if they win next week. I'm saying that, if I'm writing a book here, it's too early in the book for them to win.
Early in the book, yeah. They have to have some more obstacles to face.
They need to be knocked down a couple pegs before.
This is only
so
chapter.
That's like dramatic storytelling. I should probably do it this way for the people at home.
Yeah,
you come up, you hit your first setback, then you get that second rise, and that's the one you earn.
Yeah, if this was a story, this is only chapter 2 and like a 5-chapter book or 4.
Well, I would say probably, we're probably in the first third of the book here.
First third of the book, yeah. We haven't hit midway point.
So you get that third way point, the first third of the book, and then the hero gets knocked down. So we need to knock MSK so
the hero has to fall
so they can climb the mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Man, so many metaphors there.
We hit.
But conversely,
we're both writers, so I feel what you're saying.
Conversely, I think Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez need to win this.
That's what I was about to say too. And on the flip side of this, they need to win this. They really need to win this.
And this would be good. Like, this is good counter program for NXT too. If they can do a major title change, opposite AEW's Dynamite's Crossroads show. Because Dynamite is not going to have a major title change on Wednesday.
I don't think
so. That's one way to be like, yeah, we're gonna have a major title. Oh gosh, I can't speak. Major title change. And I think that's the title that should change, and it would be major because there's just so many more women in NXT right now than there is on Raw.
They are. They've signed. They signed. Yeah, you said we already seen the new Performance Center signings. We've already seen Zoe Stark last. You just saw her last, which she actually looks.
Honestly, Taya Valkyrie is going to debut very.
Taya Valkyrie is
or whatever. I don't know what her name is now.
I think they're still going to use Taya Valkyrie. I think they're still going to use that. They might still use it. That's something. But she looks great. She's fantastic. She can work. Yeah, she looks fantastic. They're going to introduce her soon. Maybe we might see her next week. We might see her on March 3rd. And she's a fantastic worker. You got Zoe Stark. You got more that's been introduced. There are more ladies now there. So, yes, I think the smarter move would be give it to Raquel, give it to Dakota, have them become the bullies of the female division there, which they already are, technically.
They already are, so that would just give them more legitimacy.
And having them beat the old bullies.
It also means they can keep Raquel away from the title if they want to build her up some more.
I think they're going that route.
I think they
I think they are. I think they kind of.
Alex says she's going to keep Taya Valkyrie. It looks like. So.
Yeah, she's going to be Taya Valkyrie. That's.
Well, WWE sometimes changes names. So that's why I wanted to because Zoe Stark was Lacey Ryan.
Yeah, I think they know her more as Taya Valkyrie. She's known, and that's one of those things where, hey, you know what? We don't have to really change anything like that because, hey, she's Taya Valkyrie. We don't need to change that much. And it's a great name. I mean, why would you want to change such a good name on that one? Taya Valkyrie. Sure. Come on.
So hopefully we'll see her soon. But I
think she has
with Raquel and Dakota, there's more women. They're featuring both Xia Li more, and then she's feuding with.
Xia just kicked Casey's in the face. So Casey just got kicked her head kicked off.
Did they have that match?
Yeah. Last week she got her face kicked off.
Because unfortunately, I think they cut it out on Hulu's version.
Oh, you didn't see it? Yeah. Afterwards, she kicked her in the head, basically.
I know last week they did an angle. But did she do the match with Lacey this week?
Yeah, she did with Casey. Yeah, Casey Gonzalez had a match. You didn't see it on. Oh, they did probably on Hulu. You didn't see that match.
No, they cut it for some reason. Like a half hour gets cut out of the Hulu.
Yeah, they took that one out. Then yeah, they had a match. It was a brutal one. It was kind of brutal. It was pretty brutal. She tried to boom, then she basically just kicked her in the face, and that was it.
Kind of the weakness of using a streaming app as opposed to live TV.
Yeah, it was all right, but it kind of got over that. Xia Li is just cold-blooded now. She's just a cold-blooded assassin now. She has no remorse for her friends. They were friends. She just beat her friends. She just smashed her friends now. So
that's good. I like Xia Li, so we'll see.
Yeah, they're setting her up, but she's completely changed. There's nothing like her old self is in there. She's completely changed, and they're setting up this stable now. So they're doing this. Boa has his thing, the evil female mastermind. I still don't know who the hell that is though. I haven't figured out who that is yet, so I don't
find out eventually.
Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know who could be. I don't know who other person they signed that's got that skills, unless they're. I don't know. I can't figure it. I have to think about.
Could just be some actress, who's going to play.
I think so. They're setting someone up. Maybe they're setting up if they bring from. Oh yeah, speaking of that, just reminded me.
Well, I was not even thinking like someone's associated with wrestling. I don't know if you ever watch the series Iron Fist.
I know Iron Fist. I know what you're talking about.
Well, specifically the Netflix series.
Yeah.
So I when I saw this character first, I envisioned like the blind leader of the Black Hand.
Yeah.
As like, in the Netflix series and in the Defenders, like I envisioned that person being Xia Li's handler.
You're thinking about Stick? You're talking about Stick, right?
That's Stick. Not Stick.
Stick was Oh, the woman. Oh yeah.
Leader of the Black Hand.
It's Electra, but anyways, don't worry about it.
Anyway.
We're going to go comic book. We'll go if we go comic book here, we're really going comic book there. But no, I know what you're saying. The reason why I say is we haven't revealed it yet because they can always bring out if they.
Really they can always make it someone later. They don't.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because we have our girl in UK NXT USK Himi. I can't never get her name. The final boss. She's facing Jenny. I'm Kathy Ray for the UK Women's title.
Yeah.
And
or it could just be another because there was a couple of Chinese recruits.
That's true too. We haven't heard about them, so it doesn't make sense. Right. It could be nobody we know. It has to be. It doesn't have to be anybody important. It could be a brand new person. Hey, it works.
All right.